24/19 there were no eggs, but she was queen right on the 23rd of April, according to my notes here.
Yep. That's when I waited another week.
Stand still, there's a high feeder over here. Come on around, dude.
And this is a newly drawn comb that has cat brood on it. Other side they're still drawing out.
This queen's doing a good job.
This one had really half the cat brood. There we go. And that's a pretty good laying pattern for a brand new queen. These were raised from grafted queens, not the Miller method. These were great brood pattern. So this would be a great queen to replace a queen with or build a new hive with. Or to sell.
Be a good nuke. You've got cat brood on 2 of them there.
Or give it a little bit of time and it'll be a nuke that could be sold. This one's had emerging brood and it now has new eggs and larvae where the brood emerged. We're getting at the very end of the honey flow, and so it's about time to start giving them nectar again.
Let's see her here.
Giving them syrup, feeding them syrup.
Even season beekeepers sometimes can't find that queen, but we know she's in there.
Be laying in this frame.
Got baby bees climbing around on there.
It's mainly been laid up, but she's still got a big section there that hasn't been laid on. Now look, they made drone comb on one end and worker comb on the other end. This is one we have
here, but you notice there's nothing in it.
half frame of foundation and letting the bees draw out the rest. On the right side there's worker comb, on the left side it's drone comb.
But from here down they have worker. It's just this little section right here.
In the spring, a beehive typically strives to have around 14% drone brood. They're making drone aggressively in the spring.
In prep for swarm season.
And this one has got, I consider, a good pattern. What do you think?
Looks good. Young queen, she's got to hit her stride.
She misses some cells here and there, but remember, she was just emerged on the 11th of April.
I saw looked like a queen laying or something.
Oh, there she is right there.
Okay. Big green dot, dark colored.
Got her, Carrie?
Skittish.
I do.
A dark queen. I introduced some carniolan blood into my gene pool several years back.
These colonies are small, so David has his robin screen closed down to where they have a very small entrance.
This is a swarm I caught in this yard on April 29th. And on May the 3rd, we found a laying queen. This swarm occurred as I drove up to the bee yard. They were pouring out of that hive right over there. And they landed in a bush back there behind Carrie. So I worked my bees and then went over there and captured them. And that's a brand new frame that they've drawn out from foundation.
And it has nice little eggs that you can see very well, and the queen is right here in the lower right-hand corner.
Oh yeah.
She's right
yeah.
here, but
Don't
she's
let her
not marked.
crawl off. Let him get her.
She's right here.
Need to mark her.
This dark foundation
Now,
is
I don't
really
know whether
helpful.
to mark her red or green. She was in a swarm, so I'm going to mark her red. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan, and you'll know that she could have been.
Okay, I like to grab them by the wings, put my other finger up, and she'll grab hold of my finger like that. And now she's held.
This entire foundation has completely been laid, and it's dark foundation, or the black foundation. That's one of the benefits of using black in your brood section.
I'm going to release her now, Carrie.
We go on this frame here.
Release her right there on that frame. Okay, we'll put her on this one. Turn that frame around.
Turn this one around.
Yeah, so they draw that side out.
That's what they were working on there.
This box is ready for a second box. They will swarm again if you let them get too crowded.
Especially once the nectar flow slows down a little bit and it's just kind of trickling in.
And we need another frame in this box. Half frame. Beautiful laying pattern. Now this is a brand new queen from April the 11th. And they're making brood come on both ends. And there's eggs here.
This is good.
On this newly drawn comb, there are eggs.
Queens love new fresh foundation, and here's your queen right here. She's a sister to the last one he showed you. She's dark also.
Okay.
This hive has moisture in the bottom, not conducive to a good healthy hive, so we're going to try to elevate the back end of it.
This is what happens when you leave a frame out for too long.
This time of year, you don't want to overwhelm bees with drawn comb, but if you don't give them what they need. Do you have another frame? I don't have a frame. I've got rubber bands. Maybe this one. No, that one's got.
Oh, I do have a frame laying here that we could take the foundation out of. See it over there?
Yep.
You got rubber bands?
I got rubber bands.
I don't know if we're going to get that out of there intact.
Be awful soft.
It's awful soft. She's nervous as a
Yep.
cat on a hot tin roof. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can pick it up.
I'm going to make it where if you can pick it up, David, you can just lay it down in this frame, and then we'll put
Well,
rubber
let's get
bands
this stuff out of the way. Let me take the lid and put in that hole where the jar is. Here you go. I got it. Ooh, look at the brood pattern, Joey.
She's a keeper, David. I'd keep her on the payroll. And she needs a bigger home.
Yes, she does.
She needs an extension.
I meant to grab a box. Bring, of course, I came without a box in the truck. That's a cardinal rule. Don't leave home without boxes.
Or rubber bands, or...
We'll put this one against that.
These that have honey on them are really hard to manage, and sometimes they do make a mess. Sometimes when you put them back in there, they slide down.
What size rubber bands are you using?
These, I think, are a number 7.
If you get the big enough ones, you don't have to tie them together. But this method works better. I always did them this way, and this is the way to do it, crisscrossing.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I don't like about this way, David, is it makes it harder for the bees to chew them out when they start taking rubber bands out.
Yeah, but it looks like it makes it easier to keep the comb in.
It's a lot easier to put your comb in this way. A lot easier.
Give you a place to lay it.
Yep.
You're not on the ledge.
Oh,
That
it's
was
broken.
missing an ear.
That's why that frame was missing. What we need is one of those little nails.
Right here.
And we drive it
But
right in
Kenny,
the end.
I'll hold the frame right here, and you proceed to nail.
Oh, you've got one.
I do.
Now I need...
There's a hive tool that you can use to... Did we mention beekeepers are cheap?
That's why that frame was laying on the ground. There we go.
We're in business.
The video shows it, but the bees are all piled up behind you, David, trying to get in.
Don't stand in the runway.
In the flight pad. Girls at work. That lid has a smidgen of honey on it that we probably should take off if we're not going to feed it back to the bees, because we don't want to get robin started.
And these bees here will just have to find their way in to somebody's hive. Well, that was fun.
It was.
Learning
Unexpected.
experience and process.
Because that was inspecting mating nukes.
This is going in my mouth in a few
I
minutes.
started to say, only if it can get in yours before it gets in mine.
So any summary on inspecting mating nukes?
Yes. Come back sooner and fill them with frames. Don't leave empty holes. I need to bring a half dozen frames over to this yard.
Always have extra equipment in that Pro Nuke that's in the back of your vehicle. Always.